Hi.
We are.
Me too. I love us. And I feel us all the time, especially when I'm creating and practicing. And I feel so much joy when I'm creating my music and preparing and prepaving for performances.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, not always, but sometimes when I'm on stage and performing, I can feel, it seems like pinched off, and I don't know if that's the right word, but super sensitive to the awareness of others.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about prepaving for performers and maybe even specific rituals before doing anything in that case.
Well, we can give you some things that will set this on a comfortable path for you. 2 or 3 really simple, very easy, really already understood concepts by you. But it's where we would focus if we were standing in your physical shoes as you are preparing yourself for a presentation or interaction, no matter how many or how few that you are going to be interacting with. In the subject of performance, perhaps there is not a subject that points to this more powerfully, something that is off for most humans, where your awareness of their awareness of you is so keen. Because you've been trained, most of you, all of your life, to seek their approval. And of course, if you're going to be popular, if you're going to be famous, if you're going to draw crowds, then there must be something about you that is pleasing to them. But when your awareness of how you are pleasing them is primary, there's a distortion in your vibration. It's like doing something for someone and knowing that if they've been trained right by their mother, that they will feel appreciation to you for what you are giving to them. And if they don't, sometimes there is the feeling that there's something amiss within you, because you should be appreciating this. You shouldn't be being so selfish in your perspective. You should give back in response to what I'm giving. But since that's a condition that you can't control, and something that you can control, and that is the basis of everything that feels good to you, it's not what you're getting back from them, it's what you're giving out to them. Your appreciation of them is controllable. Your appreciation, your alignment, and your flowing outward, you can control every time. But in the moment that you are looking for something back from them, you cannot control that. And this is the same conversation that we had with our friends earlier, even though it was just one person. It's exactly the same thing, you see. When you prepare yourself to perform, think about what's flowing to you and through you, not what's coming back in response to that. And then you're home free every single time. Every single time. And you know, you get there eventually. Often you're there when you begin. Sometimes because of their appreciation of you, they bring you there. And that's the tricky part. Because some of them will bring you there. And then you become dependent upon all of them to bring you there. And some of them cannot bring you there because they're not there to bring you there, you see. So, again, we're talking about the same thing over and over again, aren't we? This unconditional love, this alignment that you accomplish first and then. You know this. You've experienced it firsthand on enough occasions.
Yes.
There is a sort of feeling of entitlement that often comes from a sophisticated world or from those who are accustomed to receiving from you. In the beginning, when you are new to them, their feelings of entitlement are not so great. That's the same thing that happened with the relationship that we were talking about just a little bit ago. You come to feel entitled in your relationships, like you owe this to me. And we want you to understand that in this world that is based upon vibration, there is no entitlement. In this sense, your alignment is not like a college degree where once you earn it and you get the diploma and you hang it on your wall and it is yours forevermore. Your alignment either is or it isn't in the moment. And so I thought we'd gone over this already, and I thought you already understood that this is the relationship that we have. That's never ever there. And if you are depending upon others to understand what you think their relationship with you should be, they're going to get it wrong as much as they're going to get it right. And so you're going to be up and down and up and down and up and down until you eventually lose your way altogether. You're too grounded for that. That's not going to happen to you. But what we're getting at is you can count on the sustaining of what's flowing through you. You can count on that because the source within you is there every single time. When you tune your tuner for that, it's always, always there. When you tune for approval from friends or family or anyone, they might meet you there and they might not, because they might be there and they might not. And if you get dependent upon them, and the good ones are the worst ones for you. The ones that try the hardest to please you the most, they're the ones who train you into your conditional love the most, you see. I counted on you. You don't bring me flowers anymore. I remember when you loved me. I remember when you sustained me. And so whether we're talking about an individual or whether we're talking about audiences, it's all the same thing. Don't look to them for that which they were never meant to give to you. You're looking for love in all the wrong places, you see. Look for it where it is and then flow it to them. Now, in some ways, you might say, wisely so, but Abraham, if I tune in and I flow out and they like it, am I not training them conditionally? We say, maybe. You're certainly giving them a taste of alignment. You're certainly letting them know what it feels like to be in the vibrational vicinity. You might be the reason for their resonance in this moment. You might be an uplifting catalyst for the resonance of someone else with source, but you are not their source. You are a catalyst for them finding resonance with their source. And if you never forget that, then you'll never be upset if they don't hook up. You see? And that's what happens with so many performers, so many of those in the public eye, and so many, like those of you in this room, so many of you teachers. You take too much responsibility for where their dial is set, and you can't control it. So you stand on your head, you do all kinds of gyrations, and what actually happens is they're going to hook up or they're not going to hook up. And you can't let what they do be of concern to you. That's living a conditional life that you don't want to live. Mm-hmm. There's no freedom in it. Before long, you get rebellious about it, and then you write dark rap music.
I love dark music too. I do, but I feel like I'm aligned with that. It feels good, and that's okay with me.
What you're aligned with is inspiration. What you're aligned with is flow. What you're aligned with is momentum. What you're aligned with is somebody tuning into something. What you're aligned with is I really don't care what you think about my music. That's what you're aligned with.
Yeah.
That's what you're aligned with. They're not rebelling anymore. They've given up rebelling. Listen to their words. That's what they're trying to say to you. I don't care what you think. Isn't that the basis of most of that? I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think, because you're not reliable. I found something that is. The rhythm, the beat, the music, the words, my connection. Yeah.